Have you ever just stopped to think about all the wild and different ways we make things move? I mean, from the raw brute force that shoves a giant cargo ship across the ocean to the super gentle, almost silent push that guides a satellite through deep space, we've figured out how to harness some pretty incredible physics. So let's dive into this amazing world of motion.
Right, so that's the big question for today. We're going on a little journey through 4 totally different technologies that all do the same basic thing. They create motion. We're going to start right here on the ground, and believe me, we're going to end up out among the stars.
Okay, first stop is a real workhorse of our world, the internal combustion engine. And we're going to look at the one that powers our trucks, our trains, and our ships, the seriously powerful diesel cycle.
Now, the thing that makes a diesel engine so unique is just so cool. Unlike a regular gasoline engine that needs a spark plug to get things going, a diesel engine uses pure, brute force pressure. It squeezes the air inside so hard that it gets incredibly hot enough to instantly ignite the fuel on its own. I mean, it's literally making fire out of pressure.
So, how does it actually work? Well, it's this beautiful 4-step dance you see here. First, compression. The piston shoots up, squeezing the air and making it super hot. Then step 2, heating. Right at the top, a fine mist of fuel is injected, and bam, it explodes in that hot air. Step 3, expansion. That explosion forces the piston down with incredible power, and that's the work part. That's what turns the wheels. And finally, step 4, cooling. The exhaust valve opens, pushes out the old gas, and gets ready to do it all over again, thousands of times a minute.
So when you compare a diesel to the Otto cycle, that's what's in most gasoline cars, it really all comes down to that compression. Now here's the interesting part. A gasoline engine would actually be more efficient if it could match the same compression ratio. But it can't. If you compress gasoline that much, it'll ignite at the wrong time, causing this destructive little problem called engine knocking. Diesel engines, on the other hand, are built for that self-ignition. They thrive on that super high compression, and that's what makes them more efficient overall in the real world.
All right, let's totally switch gears. We're moving away from combustion and into a completely different realm of physics. We're now entering the world of AC motors, the invisible powerhouses that run on electromagnetism, and honestly, they run pretty much everything in our modern lives.
In the AC motor universe, you've basically got 2 main players. First, there are synchronous motors. Think of these as the precision specialists. Their speed is perfectly locked to the frequency of the electricity, so they're perfect when you need exact timing. Then you have the asynchronous motors, also known as induction motors. These are the rugged, reliable workhorses. Their speed might dip a little bit when you put a load on them, but their design is so brilliantly simple that they can start on their own and are just incredibly versatile.
And when I say they're workhorses, I am not kidding. Get this. A staggering 90% of all motors used in industry are induction motors. Nikola Tesla's invention is just so simple, so reliable, and so cheap to build that it has quietly become the engine of our entire infrastructure.
So we've seen pistons moving up and down, and we've seen motors spinning around in circles. But what if you need to move in a straight line? I mean, you could use a bunch of gears and belts, or you could do something way cooler.
Let's just do a little thought experiment. Imagine you take one of those standard induction motors, you cut it open, and you lay it out flat. What happens? Well, that spinning magnetic field that used to turn a shaft, now it travels in a straight line. And this simple, just genius idea is the key to our next type of motion.
And that gives us this, the linear induction motor, or a LIM. It uses the exact same principles as its spinning cousin, but instead of creating torque to make something rotate, it produces a direct, linear force. There are no spinning parts, just this wave of magnetism pulling or pushing something along a track. It's motion without anything actually touching. And the crazy part is, you've probably seen this tech in action and had no idea. LIMs are the silent force behind those super fast maglev trains. The reason your grocery store doors slide open so smoothly, and they even power some really advanced conveyor belts. It's all thanks to that unrolled motor. Okay, for our final act, we're leaving Earth completely behind. In the vacuum of space, you can't push against the air, there's no ground to push against, so how in the world do you move? Well, this brings us to the really elegant and incredibly efficient world of electric propulsion. The 2 big technologies here are Hall thrusters and ion thrusters. Now, they both work by shooting charged atoms, ions, out the back at insane speeds. The big difference is a classic trade-off. Hall thrusters give you more of a push, more thrust, for the power you put in. That makes them great for quick adjustments, like changing orbits. Ion thrusters, on the other hand, give you way less thrust. It's like the force of a piece of paper resting on your hand, but they are ridiculously fuel efficient. They're the ultimate marathon runners of space travel.
And this isn't science fiction, you guys. This is happening right now, right over our heads. That massive constellation of Starlink satellites, they're all using Hall thrusters to stay in their perfect orbits. And ion thrusters? They powered NASA's Dawn spacecraft on an epic journey to visit 2 different asteroids, Vesta and Ceres. They've even been used to rescue billion-dollar satellites when their main engines failed. It's this quiet, persistent push that can accomplish some truly impossible things.
So, from the controlled fire inside a diesel engine to the invisible dance of a magnetic field, and finally, to the eerie blue glow of plasma pushing a spacecraft, we have found some truly incredible ways to get around. Every single one is a monument to human ingenuity. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What fundamental force are we going to harness next?